future of Minnesota Fighting Vikings wide receiver Adam Jerome Ezekiel Thielen is one of the storylines for the Vikings this offseason. Should he stay? Should he go? And the soon-to-be 33-year-old wideout, like he's not the guy that he used to be, obviously, but he still provides some value, provides some leadership. He's a team captain, and of course, he's that Minnesota dude. You absolutely love the story. Pride of Detroit Lakes. Grew up worshiping Chris Carter, Randy Moss, modeled his game after him. Mankato State University Community College. Nailed it. UDFA tryout. Worked his ass up and eventually made his way into the starting lineup. And he's up there, and he should and could and will be remembered as one of the great Vikings receivers of all time. And, of course, yes, last season still had some great moments. Still, the wide receiver to the Robin to Justin freaking Jefferson. Justin Jerome Jefferson. His Batman, all that stuff. And Thielen has made overtures where this offseason talking about how he wants to retire a Viking, but so I value loyalty, but if somewhere else values loyalty more, then I will be loyal to them, or paraphrasing whatever the hell Dwight said. But Kevin O'Connell was asked by the local media jackals, Andrew Kramer, Star Tribune, about the future of Thielen, right? So, Kramer, go. Vikings to likely address wide receiver in some way. Adam Thielen, 33 in August, holds team's top cap hit, $20 million for non-QB. I asked Kevin O'Connell about the position in 19, who said on First Take last month he wants to help a team and show them I can still play at a high level. Now, people are going to like this because it covers the face. So Kramer asked Kevin O'Connell about Thielen. How do you feel about the wide receiver spot, and where does Adam Thielen fit in? Yeah. I feel really good about our wide receiver spot. Adam clearly is part of that group of the few offenses that have 4+ receivers. Non-running backs finish with 60+ receptions. That's when you have the receiver that leads the league in yards or receptions and have 3 other guys with 60+. You feel really strong about that group, and I still think that there's places to go where we can build upon it even more. Adam is one of those leaders that I speak of. His teammates voted him as a captain. What he means not only to our organization, but the Twin Cities. We're going to continue to take a look at what's the best route, which is funny, to go moving forward in that room, as are all the other rooms. I think there's a conversation to be had to really see what it looks like, playing time and roles and responsibilities, so that regardless, all of our players feel like not only it's a fair compensation for them, but we got the kind of players where they care a lot more about their role and their responsibilities and how they help us win, and you want those things to match up and for them to feel as good about it as we do. We'll have those conversations and dialogue and kind of see where it goes. So pretty clearly feels like Kevin O'Connell, like he and Kwesi adofo-mensah, like they wouldn't mind Adam Jerome Ezekiel Thielen back, but at a reduced role, as well as certainly a reduced pay rate. And Thielen, hasn't had a 1,000-yard season since his Pro Bowl and second-team All-Pro seasons in 2017, 2018, second-team All-Pro 2017, or 2018, one of the two. But Thielen, he still can bring it. Like, he still is a red zone assassin. 24 total touchdowns in 2020 and 2021. And Thielen, his contract. Here's where it gets interesting. So he's got $11.8 million in change as his base salary, which becomes fully guaranteed on the third day of the new league year. So the Vikings are going to have to or get off the pot in these next couple of weeks. And remember, Kwesi restructured Thielen's contract last offseason, kicking the can on some dead money and converting some of that base salary into a roster bonus. Now, generally, you don't restructure guys that you don't see as part of the future, which spoke volumes about how the team thought about Thielen last offseason. But Thielen's season this year, it was sort of okay. It was really okay, and I know that Thielen's talking about how he wants to go somewhere where he's valued and a larger part of the offense. He had 107 targets this year, being singled up across from Justin Jefferson. What is he looking for? I don't know, but here's what's going on with Thielen right now. Facts: 33 years old in August, $13.55 million dead cap in 2023. Now they can mitigate that by making him a post-June 1st release, which would spread out that dead cap hit over the 2 years, whatever. But currently, if they want to take it on the chin, $6.4 million in cap savings if he's cut or traded, $13.4 if he's that post June 1st cut or trade, and they carry $7 million dead in 2024. His last 100-yard game was in October 2021, 26 games ago. And these three broke my heart. So Obviously, Thielen is getting up there in age. Age is undefeated, especially with wide receivers, and it's clear that he's lost a step. Like, it's clear that he doesn't have the separation that he used to have. But looking up these three stats was really eye-opening. 2.3 yards after catch in 2022, which 40 qualified receivers. He was 39th. 1.08 yards per route run, 40th out of 40 qualified, and 21.1% contested catch rate, 40 out of 40. He only brought in 4 out of 19 contested catch opportunities in 2022. Also, he did have that ankle surgery last January, where he had a number of ankle issues in 2020 and 2021. Now, could you say that part of that contributed to it, both the injury as well as the surgery, and maybe things aren't 100%? Possibly, but it sort of is what it is. And like I said, those three stats, the yards after catch, yards per route run, and contested catch rate, pretty jarring, when you look at it in that light. And the receiver depth right now, Jefferson is clearly wide receiver one for the damn league. I like KJ a lot. I prefer KJ as a wide receiver 3 with wide receiver 2 skills versus a wide receiver 2, if that makes sense. So the Vikings do part ways with Thielen. I think going in free agency, looking at a guy like DJ Chark or Paris Campbell or Mecole Hardman, or looking in the draft where it's not a good top-end wide receiver class, but it's a very good wide receiver 2 class. You look at Jordan Addison and Smith and Jigba and Zay Flowers. So the Vikings, exactly what they're looking for is a wide receiver 2. So this draft is a pretty good one in that regard. Also, guys like Jalen Naylor, the second-year speedster out of Michigan State, could step up. Jalen Reagor, maybe he gets things together. Maybe he doesn't quit on routes that causes Kirk to throw interceptions. I don't know. I really don't know. But, yeah, I think that the future of Adam Thielen, I think it really is up in the air. And even though he does have a large dead cap number, I don't think that would necessarily preclude him from the Vikings moving on if they don't agree on a role and they don't agree on a price. And I don't think it'll be a spot where the Vikings just stuff Thielen in a box and Thielen is mad about his role. And I don't think that the Vikings are just going to overpay him because he's the Minnesota guy. So I think everything is up in the air. I think right now I would say probably like 70-30 that Thielen is gone, 70% that he's either cut or traded, and maybe 30% that he's back. And of that 30%, 100% would be, it would have to be at a reduced rate. But would Thielen accept that? I don't really know. But your thoughts are thoughts. Kevin O'Connell talked on the future of Adam Thielen. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts and his thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Once put the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.